Alright. And then that just leaves the final door. The final door. All is one and one is all. All begins with one, and in the end, it returns to one. Only when you have released all of the other doors shall this one open. Open the capsule, X. The final constellation door, by God. The final Vega Star chamber. I shall grant you a memory fragment and my blessing. If this is the one I think it is, it's kind of like a post-game kind of dealio. Huh. It's a cinematic, apparently. That's exciting. Oopa! It's the blood! We get to experience the end of the second game again. Woo! That's exciting. Saying the Bobcat. Ladies and gentlemen. The glorious. Oh, I guess we get to see their side of things. That's exciting. Hey, Blue Block. Don't just stand there, say something. Why should I be the one to break the silence? Words have no meaning in the face of such a splendorous sight. All there is for us to do is to be overwhelmed and awed by the spectacle before us. Bah. The others still haven't come back, either. Kinda crummy ending to this whole shtick, huh? Ren left the city and has since departed this region. Luciola is missing, but no good can come from us fretting for her safety. Oh, no worries on that front. Just think it'd be a waste for a woman like her to die so early. So, you know, here's hoping she didn't lose her life for nothing. Ha! I quite agree. As for Lue, I fear the odds of him making it out alive are non-existent. Yeah. Damn it. If I'd known this was gonna happen, I would have finally made him fight me. That's all he cares about. He was always finding excuses to get out of it. Well, unlike us, he had a clear and specific purpose for taking part in all of this. And it looked like he may well have been able to achieve it at that. Though he met his end, I have an inkling that he, at least, is satisfied by the ending to this story. Blah. He's smoking a cigarette. Hard to believe it's all over. It's over! For those that didn't know. Not Gilbert. We just had to see Gilbert one more time, didn't we? What? What's happening? I thought we were going to use that floating city to rule the borough. Then we were going to use it to rule the whole continent. But why is this happening? That wasn't supposed to happen. Wait, did anyone actually say we were going to do that? Or was I just thinking it on my own? I was, wasn't I? I'm such a loser. Ah! He's gonna pout on the bed. I hate my life. All I seem to do is get humiliated by them and abused by Lord Campanella lately. And then to top it all off, this happens. Just what have we all been doing? Defeated. Dunk. Speaking of Campanella. Going down the hallway, going down the hallway, going down the hallway, going down the hallway. That's what he's doing. Lord Campanella. I'm relieved to see you're well, sir. How you doing? The same to you fine gentlemen. I'm thoroughly impressed with your work ethic. It takes guts to dedicate yourself to your duty, even at a time like this. You should see what's happening outside. It's a sight to see, you know. All the mirror in the world couldn't buy you tickets to see a show this incredible. You're not too late to check out the show if you head out now. Why not go take a peek? I won't tattle. We couldn't possibly. We wouldn't dream of abandoning our post without permission. Haha. I suppose you wouldn't be after the training you've been through. Well, no matter. Now mind letting me inside. I've got something I need to take care of in the sanctuary, you see. Sir? But we've been ordered not to let anyone inside without the professor's permission. Even you, Lord Campanella. He's as dead as you'll be if you won't let me through. I don't think even I can get a dead man's permission now, can I? What? But that's just not possible. Oh dear, is my word worth that little to you? I'm hurt. Maybe I should have had a little fun with you like I always do with darling Gilbert. That might make you a little more inclined to have more faith in me. We never once doubted your word, so you need not trouble yourselves on our behalf. That's lovely to hear. Well then, why don't you go outside and watch the show like I suggested? You're under no obligation to guard this place now that the man who ordered you to do so is no more. Gladly, sir. Good luck with your business, sir. Good luck with your lemonade stand. They may have served their purpose now, but it seems a terrible waste to steal their memories and toss them out like garbage. Maybe I should put them under my command. Maybe. Sounds like a plan, doesn't it? Even all the noise going on outside can't reach this far inside the ship by the looks of it. Just as well. I couldn't fulfill my role otherwise. Role, even. Uh-oh. Requesting access. I, Enforcer number 0, Campanella the Fool, hereby request access to the Celestial Globe in place of the third Anguis, George Weissman. Of course, he's like the only Enforcer we don't actually fight. For whatever reason. You know, because he's just an observer. Celestial Globe. We've been waiting for you. Already here, I see. It's the different Anguises, I suppose, right? Fifth Anguis. I certainly never envisioned that the Faceless would perish. Poor thing, all the trouble he caused his old friends finally caught up with him. So how exactly did he die? I'm simply dying to know. Uh-oh. Dying style, even. Oh, I wish you could have seen it. The poor fellow was turned completely to salt, from the top of his head to the tips of his toes. Then it all came crumbling down into itty-bitty pieces. Oh my, what a chilling way to go. I do wish I could have been there to witness it for myself. So he fell victim to the result of that singularity in Northumbria, did he? Ah, I would have loved to have seen the real thing when it first appeared. Huh, who'd have seen that coming? That guy never seems to let his guard down, even for a second. I imagine it was the work of a Dominion. Almost certainly the fifth, the position everyone previously believed to be vacant. Oh, right. Guess that explains why he screwed up. But what's the fifth Dominion's name, then? Kevin Graham. He calls himself the Heretic Hunter, and he studied under the one and only Carnelia. Seemed like a real riot, too. Twisted in all the right places. He studied under Carnelia now. Now I'm even more interested in him. You've got to be kidding me, Abyss. After how into Lionheart you were, you're not even going to mourn his loss for more than a second before setting your eyes on a new guy? Oh my, you've got me all wrong. I assure you that I'm mourning Leon's death in my own way. He's not a man I'll likely ever forget, especially as I could never get him to show even the slightest hint of interest in me to the very end. You play the Erebonian game, you know who the second Anguis is. Indeed. He truly was a skilled swordsman. His loss will be keenly felt. He was the only one among the Enforcers who was able to cross blades with you, I believe. Certainly of those I have fought against, I often asked him to humor me with my training. I always felt as though there was a chance he may surpass me as a swordsman one day. It makes knowing he lost his life before having a chance that much more difficult to bear. Huh. In my opinion, the loss of the Blade Lord isn't all that significant when you look at the bigger picture. Mitch style. A tiny predictable loss in our overall combat capabilities. Now the loss of the Angel of Slaughter will have much more of a long-term impact. Heh. Oh, the chick with the scythe. I wonder if she'll come back in the end. She seemed pretty confused. There's a decision for her and her alone to make. We may be above them in the Ouroboros hierarchy, but that doesn't give us the right to order them around. That is the way of the society. This is the way. But still... Professor, all of us here are well aware of the importance of the Gordius system. But this is a law decided by the Grand Master. Surely you are aware of what that means. You only need to look at Weissman's obsession with that black-haired boy to see what can come from being too fixated on someone. It's true. It's never good. Indeed. That very obsession proved to be his undoing. Isn't that right, Campanella? You could definitely argue it was one of the factors that led to his failure, yes. Heaven seemed like he was trying to use it to his advantage, too. Alright, I'll drop the issue. But know that as long as the 13 factories are in my care, the Gordius series will be of unparalleled importance to me. I believe that's, F. Novartis. So I'll be keeping an eye on her from here on to observe how well the one she has is functioning. Certainly. We'll leave that to you. I believe we've talked for long enough. The time has come for the Grand Master's advent. Uh-oh. Is that so? How thrilling. Uh-oh. Of course, all of this is pretty much alluding to later games. I see you all have gathered. Yes, Grandmaster. With the exception of the third Anguis, all are present and accounted for. Very good. You deserve my thanks for observing all that transpired as my representative, Campanella. I'm pleased to hear as much, Grandmaster. I imagine you are already aware of what transpired during the Gospel Plan, even without me relaying the details. Not quite the Phantasmal Blaze plan, but it'll have to do for now. But allow me to fulfill my most important duty. Oh my. So that's the Aureole. Or is it? Thank you. If only the price we paid to obtain it weren't so great. Weissman, Lionheart. To say nothing of the countless other sacrifices, both human and otherwise, that arose through this plan. I and I alone bear responsibility for each and every one of them. One time when Gilead Osborne stole the Phantasmal Blaze. That is simply not true. That's not true! So get your facts straight. Please, do not place the burden of blame upon yourself.
The Faceless alone was at fault for his death. He wasn't good enough to win. Just the way it is. But if anyone should take the blame, it's we Anguis who chose to overlook his behavior, rather than steer him back on the right track. No, I half expected that this is what would happen. Yet I chose to leave all of the decisions in his hands. I did so because I believe that to be necessary for this world, but nonetheless, the blame is unequivocally mine. Oh, Grand Master. Why must you blame yourself so? There will inevitably be a reaction to what has happened in time. But I imagine the Church will act regarding that. Let us leave the matter to them. As you wish. I must admit that my curiosity is piqued, but it shall be as you desire. Turning off a projector style. In that case, what should all of us do now? The bells in the west have rang, and the first pact applies no more. I hereby proclaim the completion of the first phase of the Orpheus final plan, the Gospel Plan, and the initiation of its second phase, the Phantasmal Blaze Plan. Dun dun dun! Very well. Leave everything to us. Leave it all to us! We, your loyal Anguis, in accordance with your wishes, shall now fully devote ourselves to the execution of your plan. To be continued in the later games and such. Basically. That's a story for another time. So it's time for the Phantasmal Blaze Plan to begin, huh? The stage is set, at the very least. It's going to utterly dwarf the Gospel Plan in terms of both quality and scale. Things are finally about to get interesting. By the way, I might be the last person you want to hear this from, but would you mind stopping the whole peeping in thing, mysterious stranger? Sorry. He berated the player for listening in. What? Side story Phantasmal Blaze finished. And that's all the doors, ladies and gentlemen. Received a brilliant crown and 30,000 Mira because I don't know why. Well, all that's left is the final dungeon. And then we're done. We're done with the entire series, you know, until daybreak. Brilliant crown. The ultimate crown set with Septium of all 7 elements. Prevents ailments and stat down and various stats up! Basically. Oh. Definitely putting that asshole on. Bum. Okay. Oh! Let's see. After the Liberarch's collapse, Campanella returns to the Glorious with a clear purpose.